Hello everybody, I've got to be really quick. Me and Connie are waiting for we're going to get on a metro. We're going into Newcastle. I have to go for a scan. I am in a strop. Basically they thought I had well, no, they did. They thought I might have an infection. They didn't. They weren't sure what it was. I don't want to go into too much detail. So they're sending me as a precaution. I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a strop. I'm going to have to battle with public transport, which I never like doing. And I didn't have any change for parking, so I've just had to go around the house getting as much change as I could. And I'm just in a bad mood. And I'm going out tonight. Connie's crying. She's just doesn't like being in her car seat. I'm going out tonight. I've got nothing to wear. I'm having a meltdown, and yeah, we are out the car. Crying has stopped, thank God. And I already feel better because I know I haven't missed the metro. So positive thing number one ticked off the list. I am smiling, kind of, outside. So next thing is battle the metro and get on and get into town. So we are back in the car. We survived. Yay! I was being a total drama queen, but just to explain a little bit more, because I was in a total stress this morning. I went to the doctors last week. There was an issue that wasn't presenting as a normal infection, but because I've had a cesarean, they were concerned that I had one, or there was an issue. I don't really want to go into too much detail, but you can probably guess. So they sent me for a precautionary pelvic scan, just to make sure that there wasn't anything going on. I've been absolutely fine, and I kind of guessed that everything would be fine, and the issues that I had totally resolved by today anyway. So we are done. So I got to the hospital, had a slight panic because I forgot that the way I normally go to the hospital from the metro has a lot of stairs. Found a ramp. Positive thing ticked off number 2. You know, I could overcome these problems. And what else happened? Oh, got to the hospital, got to the place, got to my you see, I do this, I like make lists in my head. So I got to my appointment on time. Positive thing ticked off there. Got there on time. Connie woke up and I thought, oh, great timing, and had a poo. So I was like, all right, okay, what am I going to do? I was sitting in a waiting room waiting for my appointment, surrounded by people in wheelchairs and hospital beds. So I couldn't get the pushchair out. I was looking at all the exits thinking, I can't get out. I can't really just leave because they're not going to know where I am. So I knew there was a toilet, but there wasn't any changing facilities nearby at all. There wasn't even a toilet that I could take the pushchair into. So I had to get Connie out of the pushchair, leave all my stuff with a stranger. I just approached a woman and said, I'm really sorry, I need to change my baby. Would you mind looking after my stuff? And she was like, yeah. So went into the toilet. I had to change her on the floor. Luckily, I had my changing mat with me. I always do. And not a massive changing mat, like a one that comes in a change bag, not like a huge thing that I just carry around with me. So on the floor of the toilet thinking, this is mum life. And then when I came out, so everything was fine at the scan, absolutely fine. And she slept through my scan, which was great. Then I thought, now I need to go to the toilet. And so I had to leave Connie with a receptionist while I went to the toilet, because there weren't any toilets, and I asked her, there weren't any toilets nearby where I could fit her asleep in the pushchair in the toilet with me. So I overcame that though. I was going to hang around in town a little bit today, but I've decided to come home. I'm feeling so positive now after being in a moody little brat. Oh, and what happened was, that made me really think about what I was doing, was just before I was about to leave, when I was on the way to said toilet. It was near the children's ward, and there was a lady on a hospital bed holding like a child, a toddler, who was struggling to breathe and getting wheeled through the hospital, and tears rolling down her face. And I just thought, what am I moaning about? I'm moaning about coming to the hospital, coming into town, just because it's inconvenient. It's ridiculous. So I gave myself a shake, and I decided, because I was going to go and have a look for something to wear, I'm not going to do that, because the last thing I need to do before Christmas is spend more money on myself. So I'm going to go home and I'm going to dig out my bag of pre-pregnancy clothes, and there will be something in there that fits. I know there will be. So feeling much better now. I'm gonna go home and do that, and then have a good night. So goodbye everybody. I'm sorry for moaning, but that is the story today. Goodbye.